3. Okay. Yep.
Okay, so my series is called the Gemini Effect, and what it is a interpretation of my friends' personalities when I'm not around them. And how I got started in this process, I would get my friends to come model for me, and then I would ask them a series of questions about what they do when I'm not around them. So these are just friends I'm around either more so at night or just more so during the day. And to keep relatively unity among my series, I put some constraints on myself. So one day we would get set up to get them dressed. I would only let them choose from a set of items they could put on, and fabrics they can wear. So you'll see in all of these they have this fabric that's constantly flowing through the series. I wanted it to be very exaggerated, and I wanted it to be very heavily edited because I wanted to show who they were and my interpretations of what they told me when they were telling me their bios and what they did when I wasn't around them. I took that in a sense and I tried to apply it to color and their makeup and their clothes they were wearing. So it was a very interesting experience because it was my first time photographing models, and it was my first time using strobe lights. So I had to kind of force myself and haste myself along, especially for this project, because I started it, like a few weeks ago. So it was a very interesting process, and it was hard directing people at first because I didn't know what I wanted them to do, and it was hard because I felt like I could see what I wanted in my head, but I couldn't tell them how to do it. So that was kind of an interesting hurdle I had to overcome. And like with this person here, it was a really different experience from the rest because she's an actual model here in Richmond doing this Soleil. So she actually just knew exactly what I wanted to do, and she just worked with fabric really well. And so it was really fun getting to work with a varied amount of people throughout this series. Yeah, that's about it. And then at first I had thought that I would just sleeve the photo as it is, but in order to fortify my idea of the Gemini effect, I thought that I would double up these photos and try to layer them to just fortify my idea of having a twin or having that other side of you. So I doubled up the images to just fortify that idea of the Gemini effect. That's basically it.
I really like the double effect when you didn't like lower the opacity like these two right here and this one right here.
Yeah.
Like when they're like together and it's not like one is like kind of a ghost, like when they're together. I think it's really interesting. Is this like something that you're more comfortable doing with like stuff like this than what we've seen before in this class?
Yeah. I enjoy shooting people. I always find it really hard to shoot architecture.
Yeah. But like the just heavily edited stuff, do you usually do that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I can tell.
Your color choice for this series is amazing.
Yeah.
There's like so much movement, like even like when you doubled up the pictures and like all the layers and the fabric, there's just so much movement with these pictures and so lively with the colors. It's really nice.
Is there any, these are all digital, there's no film aspects to this project, you didn't take any pictures on film scanning?
No, film. This is all digital. Yeah, it was kind of an interesting process because I'm like coming from a primarily like graphic design background, so like editing photos was really different, and so I thought it may be kind of a bad choice that I had like all these so heavily edited and the saturation like really bumped up, but I just decided to just take that chance, I guess.
Is this something you think you're going to do more of? Is this like a series that you want to expand upon?
I think so.
I mean, just because it's so much different than your other stuff that we've seen this year.
Yeah, I think so. I really like how people use double explosion, just layering to tell a different story. I just like having those two different sides to make up a whole. I think it's really interesting. yeah, it's something I really enjoy doing.
This picture kind of like I Spy. On that left one, I just found like the eyeball on the left, top left.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I was actually wondering in the far left, I was like, where's the first one?
Where's
Where's
the
the
first one?
color in the second one and the far right one is awesome. You've got like the color, you've got the heavy saturated skin tones top left and the far right one, and then it's blackness basically until you have like a full rainbow just in the bottom right corner. That's great composition.
Yeah. Good choice of fabric too.
Yeah, you use sheer fabric and you're already using half the passes of that work.
I just wanted to point out, like, how the whole bottom half of that center one is black. I think that part is, like, just as important as any of the rest of it. Like, just in how you were reserved and, like, leaving half of it blank. Like, keep that in mind, because some of them, like, all of them are really awesome and how busy they are, but, like, pay attention to, like, how the negative, like, the empty spaces can be just as, like, important as this parts where you're filling it in with layers and stuff.
Yeah, that's it's really fun. It's a good experience.
I mean, it kind of looks like, these are really fun pictures, it looks like you had fun. I mean, that's what it comes across as, is like this person had a lot of fun doing it, like with these people and editing and stuff. They're
Can't believe that's the first time you used strobes.
And models.
The
Yeah.
lighting is like professional, seriously.
It took me a long time. I spent a long time on this project, just
Yeah.
trying to get it right, with like the time that we had. So
Shows
it was stressful, but it was fun. It was fun, yeah. I like using the strobes.
I've never had respect for strobes until now, usually. I don't like strobes, like,
how could you not like strobes?
It takes time a while.
well, I mean, like, I would just, I just use like lights. Like,
Alright, well, by the end of next semester, when you're doing your final project, it's
I'm going to point out one thing about strobes, they are a lot higher power than constant lighting.
so
Which
you
means
use
what?
Higher shutter speeds and closed apertures.
Oh yeah.
I've never used them. I just, when I think of strobe, I think of flash. When I think of flash, I think of that picture. So it's just like an association, I guess. So, but now it's defeated. So, yeah.
Yeah, we were knocking down all of Connor's walls.